Alright, so we're starting from the middle of nowhere now. This is the test pilot's world. If you've gone through everything and you're, caught up, whatever, then you'll know that this was, I forget, was it like episode 2, episode 3? Maybe episode 4? I don't know. I come here a lot. Um, I'm gonna make an attempt to maybe mash a couple different things together and see how that goes. Because I don't do a whole lot of this kind of stuff, and I don't do a whole lot of anything. So that'll. I'm not doing this. Hold on. Let me take that camera off because if you've seen the other video, you know that physics get a little weird in this thing. And yeah, that would look weird on the mirror, basically. Totally didn't just do that. You didn't see a thing. Anyways, yeah, not quite sure what to do with the rest of, well, this, because I'm guessing I'll probably just mash things together for a little while after I finish doing whatever I want to do on here. In fact, let's figure that out. Let's figure what we're gonna do. Because I was looking around, just seeing what's updated, what's favorited, and I saw this, and if you're familiar with me as a person, you probably remember this. So let's go here, and let's see if I can play the game alright today. Because most of the time I'm pretty bad, I'm gonna be honest. So let's see if I can do anything with this. What did I want to talk about? Maybe. Jeez, I don't know actually. I have too much money on this game. Um. uh, Yeah, people play this game too much. Um. Yeah, what did I want to talk about? What did I want to. I don't really know. I didn't really have a plan for this. I kind of thought in my head like that I did, but I don't know. Head empty today, which I think you can excuse after the 9 or so hours of War Thunder. It was bad. I literally like woke up, and as soon as I woke up today, I hopped on the game. Was it what I wanted to do? Not really, but did I get it done so that I can have fun in the game later? Yeah, indeed I did do that. Um, got finals and stuff coming up. Super excited. Uh-huh. Very fun. Um, Actually, I am genuinely excited for the end of the semester. I think hopefully I'll be a lot happier out of all of this bullshit. But it's only really a hope. No guarantees. Guess it just depends how the summer goes. I'm tired. I don't know if it shows in my voice. I feel like it does. But yeah, I'm just tired. I don't really want to be doing anything at all, ever. I just want to be done more than anything. like, what more is there, I guess? It's just this for, like, a while, and then everything ends. Super great thought to be having. I'm playing this like shit. God dang it. Why can't I play fruit game? Okay. That's not great. That's bad. That's horrible. That's worse. Wow. Good job, me. Okay. Okay. Wait. Could be peak. I should probably swap to this side. Bruh. Okay, I might be bad. Just like maybe though. No confirmation. Nobody knows. I only just might be horrible at the game. What was I gonna say? Nothing really. I'll probably just like end this after like 1 or 2 rounds of this. I kind of just wanted like a spot to put some more normal segments in here, because me just talking about War Thunder for like 30 minutes is a little bit on the unique side when it comes to what I normally put in these. I'm not gonna say it's bad, because I genuinely do like the game. And if you saw Test Pilots, which we were in shortly prior, but yeah, we were there shortly prior, in there just a bit ago. I actually spent a lot of time in Test Pilots because I do just like flying around and kind of like flying through the sky, and it's freeing in a way, you know? So that's what I do with my time. what little free time I have. I also like Warhammer, you know? Talked about that a little bit. Warhammer's good. I actually was just looking, like maybe yesterday, maybe, at some new ideas for factions that I could pick up over the summer. Because Tyranids is good, right? Like, I like Tyranids, I like how they look, they're fun to paint. But I also want, like, another faction that's, like, completely different. So I'm thinking Thousand Suns. Which, if you know anything about Warhammer, that's a horrible idea. That's, like, actually one of the worst ideas I've ever had, because they are some of the hardest models to paint, and the trim is very annoying. Because most of them is just like gold trim the entire way around. I could maybe look up like an image. I might do that. Let's do that while I'm talking about it, you know? Welcome to my desktop. This is my background. Got a lot of things going on. Alright. Let's look up. You can see some of my Warhammer and War Thunder searches. Alright, so Thousand Suns is right here. Forgive me for taking a little bit. It's kind of a lot to juggle my controllers and the keyboard and everything. Alright, Thousand Suns. If I started, it would be this. It would be this kind of pack. Um, you just I can't. Wow. Okay. I was kind of trying to find a way to view the image separately, but look, it's lots of gold trim. In fact, what I've seen actually is people paint the trim first, and then they'll go back in and do like the I don't want to say blue because I think it's more of like a dark teal kind of thing. Like, I wouldn't say cyan either. I wouldn't say I don't know. This is a difficult color to describe, but they got kind of like an Egyptian look going on. They're made up of like a lot of sorcerers and that kind of thing. So yeah, looking over some of these, I think they look really cool. I really like how the this Terminator specifically has like the rocket pods. I would want like a lot of them with rocket pods. I think they look good. Um, yeah, there's a lot of options for what I could do with a Thousand Suns army if I wanted to do that. But like, if you just look at them, they look really good. Like all put together and squatted up. I think they look good. And we're not gonna talk about this. I don't think I'll ever buy the Thousand Suns Combat Patrol, just because it's a lot of like demons, and that's not really what I'm looking for in an army of them. I would want just a lot of like, sorcerers and like actual Thousand Suns Marines kind of thing. A Hellbrute would be nice. Yeah. I mentioned playing Space Marine too, and yeah, I just like Thousand Suns. Even if I never played like Space Marine 2 and like I didn't know anything about Thousand Suns, I would have gone for them as a faction. Just simply because of like the Egyptian look. I think that's a really clean look. I really like how it usually turns out. Maybe I should that's my next idea. I'll do some Space Marine stuff and yeah, that's my next idea. I'll do some Space Marine stuff and maybe show a little bit of that. Maybe show some of my grinding process. I'm starting a new class. Uh, Normally in Space Marine 2, there's like 6 classes, right? Or wait, is there 6? Yeah, I think there's 6. Because there's tactical, there's assault, there's vanguard, bulwark, sniper, and heavy currently in the game. And I've been playing bulwark since probably the beginning because they got power swords and shields. Which shields and whatever. The shield is not really what I cared about. The power sword was a big one. And like the cloth accessories. I think we'll be getting cloth on other characters, so I'm not too worried about that. But they finally added power sword to assault. Who assault is like a jetpack kind of like heavy hitting melee user is the best way I can describe him. Um, but yeah, jetpack user, pretty cool. Finally has access to my favorite weapon, so I will be swapping over to him, which means I have to grind a lot. And also, I wanted to get like the max amount of stuff that I could on him, basically. So I'm just gonna be playing him like nonstop, and I should be starting to grind that a bit more. So maybe I'll grab some gameplay of that for a future idea. We'll see. I don't know how any of this will go. I don't know what the future holds. I don't really have a clear idea of what my summer schedule is going to be. So we'll see. Anyways, I think I'll probably cut it here. It's been like about like I don't know, maybe like an hour at this point all put together. and I'm not gonna mince it up too much because I still don't really know what I'm doing. It'll probably just be all mashed together. Maybe like a couple cuts here and there. We'll see. Anyways, thank you for devoting your time to this. And have a good rest of your morning slash day slash evening slash whatever. And peace.